guys, it's Coach Ro from RocioFlores.com, and today's topic is why I don't give personal health advice. Before I get started, I just want to ask you guys to subscribe to my newsletter. That way you can get a list of all the posts that I do per month, and that way you don't miss out on any of them. I also share a little bit about what's going on in my life, and then some information and how you can use it for your own personal growth journeys. Okay, so why don't I give personal health advice? First of all, it's one of my biggest pet peeves. And I hate when I see people do it. I hate doing it myself. And not everyone agrees with me on it. And the reasons that I'm going to give are the reasons why I think you shouldn't do it, why I don't think people in general who work in like the health field should do it, and also so that you as a consumer, the person on the receiving end, understand, why you should be wary of people who give you personal health advice. So the first reason is, one, everybody's different. And when I mean everybody's different, I mean different. Like two people who look exactly the same can have completely different health histories. And the first thing that a professional usually does is take a health history. Because you want to understand, how much does the person weigh, how much do they want to weigh, how much should they weigh, because they're not always the same. Have they tried to lose weight before? Are they trying to lose weight now? What's worked? What hasn't worked? What haven't they tried? What did they try and they did like, and what didn't they like, and what are they not willing to try? Everybody's different, and what will help one person may not help another person. What's more important is that what may not hurt one person can hurt another person. Another thing that I think is really important to bring up in general is that people should go to the doctor at some point, because if you haven't seen your doctor in 6 years, so you may not know the reason why you gained the weight, or you may not know why you can't lose the weight. Sometimes all it takes is to get on the right medication because you're having a hormone issue, like people who have thyroid issues or people who have immune disorders. That could be causing part of the issue. Some people who have like PCOS, it's a hormonal thing. There's other things going on in your body, and the weight isn't the main thing. And so you have to know what's happening in your body to get the right information, to get the right process going for your health. And if you're not an expert, if you're not a doctor, there's a pretty good chance, even if you are a doctor, if that person's not your patient, you don't know everything about them. Because even doctors ask other doctors, and they want to get the history from all the other places they've gone to. So it's good to just keep that in mind, that everybody is different. And my second point is part of that. There are no absolutes in this world. It doesn't matter how well it worked for somebody, or for someone's cousin, or for that one person at work. Anybody who tells you that their product, their service, their whatever is absolute best for every single person is selling you something. They have a motive for doing it. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. It doesn't mean that they're trying to hurt you. It just means that you may not have all the information. Even people who are just giving information for the sake of information, it's really important to understand that anything, no matter how great of an advice is, does not always work for everyone. Meaning that not everyone should cut out an entire food group. Not everyone should go keto, or go vegan, or go paleo, or go gluten-free, or, there's so many. Not everything is good for everyone. And what may be good for one person may be really bad for somebody else. And so, more than likely, if somebody's telling you that this works 100% of the time, it doesn't. And if you don't take the time to understand why it doesn't for some people, you're probably going to be one of those people. The third point I want to make is that everyone has a different situation at a different time in their life. The reason I gained the weight was because I was binge eating. It didn't matter if I had the health information. I didn't need the health information. What I needed was somebody to help me go through the mental process of changing those habits that were really bad for me. Somebody who's going through like an eating disorder, giving them health advice to get healthier can actually hurt them, because they can use that advice in a negative way. People who have allergies, there's a lot of different things. People with immune disorders, people who are going through breakups, people who are going through financial issues, social issues, struggles with schooling, struggles with their mind. There's so many things that can get in the way of why somebody can't process the information that you're giving them, or why they could process it in a negative way. So sometimes you have to understand that, people are being bombarded by everyone with this information. If you don't understand what they do and don't know, and what they can or can't process, it may just confuse them. It may completely throw them off track and make them not want to do what they already know that they're doing right. It might make them, what happens is when you are in a comfort zone, if you're in a place where you feel comfortable, this is easy, and you know what to do, you're going to stay in that zone when there's too many things out there that don't look safe. And so if you're being bombarded with all this information and somebody tells you, this is really good for you, the other person's like, no, it's not, then if you don't know how to choose which one's right and which one isn't, what are you going to do? Stay where you're at. And so if you're the person giving that information and you don't know the information they do and don't have, if you don't understand their knowledge base, then you could do more damage than good. Another thing to think about, and I think this is probably the more physically important one, is how people react to different things. Everyone reacts differently. It goes along the same lines of, no absolutes and everybody being different, but some people can actually get hurt if you give them the wrong information. So, for example, there are some people who can't process certain nutrients in non-animal based forms. And so, if you tell somebody to go vegan, there's a difference between somebody going vegan because of their beliefs and somebody going vegan because they think they're going to lose weight that way. If all of a sudden 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, they're sick, they don't understand why. It could be that they have a nutritional deficiency because they haven't been eating the right stuff, or because they can't process the nutrient they need from plant sources. Same goes with people who have immune disorders. Certain foods that may be great for weight loss, great for other health benefits, can cause a really bad reaction in people with immune disorders. There's just a lot of different things that can hurt people if you don't know to warn them about it. It's not like you're responsible for every little bit that people do, but you do want to make sure that you at least have enough information that when they come back to you, they know, or you know whether you can help them or not. That all falls under that, kind of, you want to understand what your legal scope of work is, what you are legally allowed to say and not allowed to say and allowed to do and not do. Because even doctors, dietitians, nutritionists, therapists, all of them have their own scope of work. They all have different jobs. They are meant to do different things, and they're not even allowed to do things that the other person's supposed to do. So for me, I'm a health coach. I'm not a dietitian. I didn't get licensed by the state to become a dietitian. And so I got a list on my computer of what I can and can't say. And I like to let people know what I do and don't know. Because if somebody, what they really need is a dietitian, I'm going to send them to a dietitian. If what they really need is a therapist, that's who they need to see. A coach is not always the best person. A person selling a product isn't always the best person. And you have to be okay with losing your sale to get the person to the right person. Because you could tell somebody, this is going to be great for them, or this isn't going to be great for them, and you could hurt them. And you shouldn't want to do that. You don't want to get sued either. So you want to be really careful in general. I think that's kind of what I want to get around, is that make the choice that's going to be the more ethical choice. Be honest about what you do and don't know. Let people understand what you do and don't know. Because a lot of times people see you and they're like, they've lost weight, so they must know what they're doing and they must be experts. And if you act like an expert, people are going to take you as an expert until you don't know what you're talking about. And then you find out, I shouldn't have said that to someone. So, other things to think about are, so if you are going to give any kind of information, make sure that you're giving general information or easily accessible information. So tomorrow I'm going to do a post with a list of health resources that you can use to find real verifiable information. So I'm not going to do like blog posts or influencers or anything like that. I want to do a list of colleges or university and like government sites that give you like just the direct information. That way when you do get things from other people, you can look them up. You can understand. I do offer a free coaching service, and it's one session so that you can find out if coaching is for you. I do coach people who are doing other health programs, meaning that I'm not going to give you the health program. I will help you through your program. The reason I do this is because not all programs offer the right kind of support for the right, needs of the people. And so sometimes coaching is what people need. Sometimes it's not. And so we can figure that out together. And if you ask me questions, I'm not going to like ignore you and be like, ugh, you're so annoying. I will give you an answer. Most of the time what I do is I try to give very general information. I give resources, or I try to explain like the science behind something. That way then they can understand whether the question they're asking is for them or not. So hopefully this video helps you understand why I answer things the way I answer them, and it helps you in general, be a better mentor person and get better information. I hope that you liked this video. If you liked it, please like it, please share it. It took me like 16 tries to get this video done. My phone kept turning off, or my alarm kept going off. Ugh. So give me, do me a favor and like it and share it with people, and share it with people who need it. But again, make sure that you sign up for my newsletter, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Goodbye.